The former head of NATO says Europe must help Taiwan prepare for war. Anders Fogh Rasmussen's comments were made during a visit to the self-ruled territory, which China has threatened to take over by force. And as Asia correspondent Brent O'Halloran reports, his trip highlights a crucial Taiwanese tactic.
Referencing a war currently raging to warn of a potential future fight.
We must not make the same mistakes with Xi Jinping that we did with Vladimir Putin.
The former NATO boss, now think tank head, is calling for more weapons to be sent to Taiwan, for Europe to help train Taiwanese troops, and for China to cease its threats.
We see an aggressive autocracy threatening a smaller democratic state.
His three-day Taipei visit illustrates one of Taiwan's key tactics to keep China in check, hosting foreign politicians and prominent figures to highlight its plight.
The more relevant Taiwan becomes in the international diplomatic space, the more Taipei feels that it becomes dangerous for China to move against Taiwan.
From Slovakia to Somalia, dozens of official international delegations visited Taiwan in 2022. EU, US, UK and 6 Australian politicians all pressed the flesh with the president. The rise in visits and increase in publicity they're given coincides with the rise in tensions with China.
So all of these diplomatic visits, they're not in themselves decisive, but they do raise a potential cost for China of initiating such a forceful move.
But each trip threatens a boil-over. This was Beijing's response to the then US House Speaker's August visit, a record ramp-up in military drills around the island, and it routinely fires verbal shots at delegations which visit the self-ruled territory, which China claims as its own.
Realising the complete reunification of the motherland is the common will of all Chinese people, it's an unstoppable, great historical event.
I wonder what you make of suggestions that such visits further inflame tensions.
No. This flow of visits to Taiwan is a clear demonstration of the democratic world's willingness and determinedness to defend Taiwan.
While Taiwan's tactics are questioned, China's are causing concern. Its increasing aggression is obvious. A record number of Chinese military jets flew near Taiwan in a single day over Christmas, and on New Year's Eve they flew closer to the island than ever before. The first official visit by a former NATO Secretary General puts more attention on a saga rarely out of the headlines. If it achieves nothing else, that's still a win for Taiwan. Brent O'Halloran, Sky News in Taipei.